Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're all well. My name is Toni and this is the How to Craft Network Studio, where every Friday we have a live launch at 1 o'clock with some products that may be back in stock, maybe brand new products, maybe new collections, new bundles, in the chance that you may be able to either get something that you couldn't quite afford last time, or maybe just come for the inspiration, whatever that may be. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button. There is also a little bell as well, which will give you that half an hour notice also. It's a fabulous place to come, and every Friday we do pop the prices up on the screen to aid you with your shopping. We've been doing this now for about 3 or 4 months and it's working incredibly well, and you all absolutely love it. So we're going to be doing this more in the future moving forwards. But as always, if you have the products or you have enough craft stash to last you a lifetime, you can still come every single day and get the fabulous inspiration. So in today's studio, I have a plethora of goodies for you. So some of the items are back in stock, and some of the items are at absolutely incredible prices where we're never going to be repeating them again. So first of all, I'm going to talk about this lovely bundle here. Now, if you are wanting an amazing saving, this is the one to go for. So you know our creative cards where we did the shapes, where you could do the different sized cards which were shaped. We launched these 2 years. We've restocked them 2 or 3 times, but now we want to do some more shapes. So if you haven't got these shapes, today is a great saving. So the item number for this one is 1000057, and it's 3 A4 creator card dies. Now they are absolutely huge. Normally $104.97. If you were to buy them individually, the combined price of all 3 would be $104.97, and today in studio they are $34.99. $34.99, so you're paying less as you would for one, less than that, because they're normally £40. Let me just show you inside very quickly so you can see what I exactly mean. So if you like your shaped cards, you're going to absolutely love these ones. Let me just make sure they're not stuck to anything in here. Just 1 second. Oh my gosh, can't get it out now. So in each one you have various sizes and designs, and they all go down in size, so you can create the most, oh my gosh, oh there we go, gorgeous sized cards. So you score the back and you create those beautiful cards. And as you can see from the samples here, there we go, look, they've got that stitch detail or pinprick detail on there too. And as you can see from the fabulous samples on set, you can create beautiful shaped cards, but they're also brilliant for your layering as well, your matte and layering. So if you want that little bit of difference, a little bit of elegance on your cards, then you can do that with these shaped cards. So for this item, 1000057, I don't suspect these are going to be around long. We don't have a lot. I think we've got about 100 units. Once they're gone, they are absolutely gone, okay? There we go, just pop that back on there. So 3 different sizes. So if you have had your eye on them and couldn't quite afford them before, then today is just absolutely amazing for you as a crafter at home. So that's item number 1. Let's move on to item number 2. So this is your poppy elements. So this is an A4 stamp set and coordinating dies. When I say A4, it's A4, and I will show you that in a second. So basically you can build up those poppies and those leaves, do a cluster around your card, create elements around your cards, create wreaths if you want to. But they have the most beautiful sentiments in here, and I'm just going to pick it up and read it to you. Just 1 second. So, may you always have enough happiness to keep you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough success to keep you eager, enough faith to give you courage, and enough determination to make each day a good one. A beautiful sentiment, and I will just show you the stamp set in here. Obviously, where the spots are on the packaging is where you get the coordinating dies, and there is your fabulous. Absolutely beautiful. So you have various flower heads, then we have the leaves, and then you have those beautiful sentiments. The item number for this one, 1000058, normally £40 because it does have the dies in there, and in today's studio it is actually £18.99. Now, you know, here at Stamps by Me, our stamps alone are £17.99. So good old savings. We do like to give you some fabulous savings. We can't do it all the time, but where we can, we do. Oh, just pop that one back on there. And it just shows you on the back that those lovely dies on there too. So that one is 100058. Now I'm just going to quickly move down the counter because we have an IMALA one for you here. So this is the high heels, and this is the iconic shoe with the beautiful bow on the back. Now you will see that that bow is beautiful for your paper piecing. 100059. £16.99 normally, and today it's £13.99, so you get a wonderful saving of £3, which is also really, really lovely. It's an A5 set on there, and then you get the beautiful sentiment in there, which I'm going to show you some techniques with as well today, so stay tuned. So that's that item, and we'll move down again to another fabulous item now. You've not seen this one before. This is a lovely Superior watercolour palette. Now you will remember from way back, we did our colour essence, which was the fan pan, if you remember. And we still use it today. Carly uses it every single show. Well, this is that one, but on, can we say on steroids? It's got so many different colours in here. And I have popped this on at the most incredible price. Once these are gone, they will not be restocked. They are gone. This is going to make a fabulous gift for somebody who may be starting as a watercolourist. So basically, I'll pick it up very quickly. It comes in this compact case. It all closes down like so, and then it closes with a magnetic closure. It has the ring hole in the back, so you want to, if you want to paint out and about, or your child's out and about painting, they've got that ring hole in there. It has the rubber handle at the top on there. Just open it up properly so you can see. So when you open it up, the sort of reds and yellows are showing on there, and then all they do at the bottom is this little pull out here, and you pull it out, and then you are just good to go with all of your colours. So you have the beauty. I am always a fan of lots of greens, as you all know. So greens and blues this side, and then what's so cool about this one is you get your sparkly colours as well. Absolutely amazing. 100060 £18.99. Let's move on. This one also comes with a fabulous wallet. It comes with a colour chart, and it also has a water brush as well. Great giftable, great gift. So I'll just pop that away. We'll move on very quickly. And the last item on the counter, amazing. Back in stock, arrived last week. So it is your 60 watercolour pens and the storage case. What's different about the pens? Let me just move this one over. The pens come in your lovely storage case, which does not let the sunlight through. So your pens are always going to be safe. 60 colours, all of various shades of all the beautiful colours we love. We do have a metallic silver and gold in there also. And the unique part about the pens is there is no chisel nib, because we just don't use it. So we have a bullet nib for all of your line art techniques. And then we have that beautiful soft photopolymer brush nib, which is the best in the industry. We've sold thousands of these. These are going back to TV, not at this price. So normally £107.96. Today in HTCN Studio, £99.99. Now I appreciate that is a considered purchase, but if you haven't got any watercolour pens and maybe need some, great starting point. But if you have got some watercolour pens and you're in love with them and use them all the time, don't change. Stick to what you love. But they are a great price, and you see me use them all the time in studio. So the item number for the watercolour pens today is 100061, £187.96 normally. Today £99.99. Quickly math. £1.66 a pen. Check that out. £1.66 a pen for a watercolour pen. Dual tip. Best nibs in the industry in a fabulous storage case. There we go. So that's the counter. I do like to get through my counter really quick, because it's not till I get over there that I actually start to breathe. So I'm just going to show you the products that are in the show, and then I'm going to go now and prep for a demo. So 100057 nesting dies. Create those shaped cards. Your lovely poppy elements. There's only 2 of those left. You have your high heel We have a few of those left, £13.99 IMALA stamp. We have the Superior watercolour palette, handful of those left. And then we have our fabulous watercolour pens back in stock. Don't worry, we have lots of those. So there is no rush with those ones. So let's say hello to our lovely friends. How are you all? So we have Charlotte, Anne, Wendy, Enid, Tracy, Doreen, Sue, Michelle. Wow, lots of you on today. So is there any chance we could just show the fabulous VT video, Nathan, of the lovely samples which are also included on set today, showing you how to get the most out of the products that are in show today. Here you go. Welcome back, everyone. I just wanted you to take the opportunity there to have a look at the lovely VT, the video, as it takes time to put these shows together. It takes us a full week actually to put these shows together for you. And the videos are not just made in an hour, they take a long time. So I just wanted you to appreciate, excuse me, the hard work showing you and the samples as well from our lovely design team as well. So I hope you like something in the show. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. Stay tuned because I'm going to do some technique-based cards today. So you might be able to pick a technique and go and dig through your stash and see what you've all got. It is lovely to see you all. I say it every day. I love to see you all. Thank you for joining us live in studio. It does mean a lot. You know, we take the time to be here for you, and in return, you always come back day in and day out. So that's lovely. First of all, let's have a play. Let's do the IMALA stamp first. So I have the fabulous big shoe with the bow on the back, but I do have my pens. Now, I've just grabbed, these are two of which I've stolen out of that box, and these are my own. So I changed my demo right at the last second, although I'm prepped, and I have been prepped for 2 days, I still at the last minute change everything. So I have a whole host of colours here. Now I just want to talk you through the pen. So when I say a bullet nib, I mean this sort of nib here, look. So I take out the chisel because oh, you can't see that. Let's use a darker one. Because the chisel is more for sort of cartoon artists. So we've kept that lovely bullet in there for you. And then the lovely brush nib. Best on the market, this one. And if you look at your pen, it shows you which end is which. So that one's got the brush nib there, and this one has the bullet one there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Now these are watercolour ones, so you can drag them out with your waters and things like that. Super, super cool. And you've seen I have my basket under here, and I'm always using them as well as my alcohol markers. Probably don't use them as much as I should, but you know, because they're to hand, it's easy just to grab them, isn't it? So as you all know, we can watercolour with our pens, but I thought we'd do a bit of technique-based things today. So I've got this piece of watercolour card here. The pens I'm going to use, again, 100061, and I have some packaging. I've just actually stolen this packaging on my way into studio, and I also have the acetate sheet from the back of my stamp as well. So if you haven't got this or this, you know, find something. Maybe cling film would maybe work as well. So what I want to do is I want to scratch some colour onto here spray it with some water and then get a textured background. So you get texture, if that makes sense. So I could paint it on, but it's nice to mess around with like bubble wrap and textures because you get a whole new look, so it's good to play. But I want like a smoky background for this card I'm going to make, like a grey navy colour. So I have the 12 and 33. Now they are numbered, okay, which is the fabulous thing about our pens. We have re-inkers for every single pen. So once you buy them, we always have the re-inkers as well, so you can refill them. And you can also use the re-inkers, because they are huge, for your watercolour backgrounds and techniques as well, which is also amazing. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to take the grey and I'm just going to use the brush nib and I'm going to scribble it onto here. Now this is a earthy colour grey, so I'm just scribbling it onto here. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a spritz with some water. Now you can't really see it on there, I appreciate that. So this is hopefully going to put some texture onto the back of, onto this piece of watercolour card. Hopefully, she says, so let's push it down. And can you see how you get like the spots and texture? It's really, really cool. So it's not sort of soft, it's not harsh, it's like an in-between. Oh, Valerie's son's just passed his driving test. Well done, sweetheart. Super proud. I've got you, super proud mummy there. Bit on, won't it, with me before I know it? Well done. So here we have the 33, which is the really sort of gorgeous, deep navy. So I'm just scribbling it onto this. And this is just a piece of random. In fact, this is a cello off some card blanks. So if you are thinking, well, what sort of cellophane are you using? It is the cellophane off some card blanks. So I'm just going to give it a spritz with some water. See that there? How cool is that? Now you can manipulate if you want to, because I'm using watercolour cards, so it's no great shake. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bunch those bubbles maybe. And just get a bit of texture just round the edge. Why not, hey? And because we can, in fact, it's putting texture in the actual watercolour, which is super cool. Now I've lost all of that lovely grey brown underneath, haven't I? Let's dry this off. See how it looks. And then if we need to add a second colour, we can. If, say, for instance, you've put that on and you're thinking, hey, this is a little bit dark, just get some tissue, because the watercolour inks, and you can just pull it back, look. You see that there? I've sort of pushed it right back. And then I might still take that textured with the ink on there and still pop, there we go, look, some more texture on, even though I've pushed that colour right back. I mean, it's a bit of cellophane, guys, come on. How cool is this? So cool. So let's just clean our station. And let's just dry this one off. Yeah, the poppies, Wendy, are or were one of our best sellers, and again, it's been made redundant, bless it. We're moving on. We don't always make everything redundant, though, as you all know. We have some that we just keep bringing back and bringing back and bringing back. My hair looks a little bit like a lion's mane this morning. You should have seen it this morning when I woke up. It was like I went to bed with it wet. Looked like it had been brushed with a toffee apple this morning. So there we go. So that's just from that piece of cellophane. So if you are wanting texture, maybe swap. You could do some bubble wrap bubbles on top of there as well if you wanted to. Totally up to you. So Enid, if you're wanting the paints, they are available online. All you need to do, if you pop HTCN into the search box, that'll bring up all of the products that we've had in the launches on a Friday at 1. But if you're wanting the paint, sweetheart, they're 100060, and that's the ones that fan out, which are perfect for on-the-go caravan, particularly friends and family as giftables, because they're so affordable. Right, that's fine. Let's be creative. So I'm going to use that lovely high heel. as well. So let's just grab the high heel. So you need to stay tuned. I have got a giveaway at the end of studio today as well, which is so cool. I'm just going to pop this on here, right in the centre. There we go. Look at that. Look how big that is. So gorgeous. Now I'm going to stamp this one in black first of all. Let's get the image down. Hey, let me just move this card a second. Grab a black in. So 100059 for this shoe. And get lots of ink on there, lots of juicy ink, hey? Yeah, the paints are so affordable, and I've got lots of paints from that lovely brand as well. So I will be trying to bring you lots of different fan pans, lots of different sparkly ones from that brand as well. And the reason why I like to bring you different paints and different brands as well is because not everybody likes the same. And if they're affordable and they're good, we're absolutely onto a winner, aren't we? Because everything is just going up. It's crazy, really. So I'm just going to ink that up again, move that up a bit. Everything's just gone, the world's gone mad, as everybody's saying. Now this would actually, when we're done and I show you what I'm going to do with this, this would make a great piece of artwork on a canvas or on a wall, or maybe on the front of a book. The pens on cellophane wrapping would definitely work on canvas. It would definitely work on canvas. And now what I would suggest you do as well is spray the canvas as well. So maybe not spray the cello bag, spray the canvas, because you'll get two different looks. You know, spray it with water, then take the ink from the cello bag onto the wet canvas. Just try a few different things. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to do it one more time because I really want a really, really black image. And the reason why I'm onto my third attempt is obviously the watercolour card has that slight grain in there, so we really need to push it into those sort of peaks and troughs on that cotton card. I'm happy with that now. Yep, that's good. So let's just clean this off. So I have the pigment, you know, the black that I did the blackout card with? I have the black one and I have the red one, and I'm going to create myself a red heel here. Now, because they are pigment, hopefully it will go over the blue. There we go. Can we see that there? I'm just going to get some red down here. That is like a nail varnish bottle. And then I'm going to drag it out with my brush. So I'm doing the heel. You'll all know these iconic shoes, you know, the ones that we all can't afford. Or maybe some of you can. I certainly can't. Just grab a brush. I'm just going to drag that out a little bit and fill in that heel base. Take your time with it. Now this is the pigment ink that you can't really see through if you use it neat. Okay, I'm just dragging it out with my brush at the moment. But if you use it neat, you can't see through it. I'm going to let that dry and then I'll pop another coat on top. I've dragged it out with water. So I've got sort of that lovely red base in there. And then the black I'm going to do on the back of the shoe. You can see how neat it is if you just paint it on neat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe... What I'll do is I'll paint a white highlight on here. And because this dries shiny, it will make it look like that patent shoe that we all absolutely love. Or maybe could only dream of wearing now because you just can't walk. I don't even remember the last time I wore a set of heels. If I'm completely honest, I can't walk in them. So I'm just going to drag that black out and just paint the back of this shoe in and down to the heel. carefully as I can. There we go. And I might do a second coat now. I've got that first coat down, but look how cool that looks. Oh, we need to do the toe. In fact, I'll paint all of that in. That look okay? Super cool. We will add, I'll show you how to add the white highlight as well to get that sort of shiny effect. However, I am going to make it shiny and I'll show you in a second. So let's just dry this one off with our gun. For the IMALA 100059. Just checking to make sure it's left before I tell you about it. I don't want to tell you about it if it's not available. And I'm just going to go over that red and make that red a little bit sharper. Oh, Tracy, the poppies are on your wish list. My goodness, once they've gone, they've gone. I don't have any more. Sorry, sweetheart. I'm trying to get this neat now so it looks really red. I will manipulate it a little bit with my brush, tidy it up a little bit. It actually looks like I'm painting with nail varnish, doesn't it? It does. I promise you it's not. There we go. Super love that one. I just need to get rid of that little white spot in a heel too. Let's dry this off. So the paints have gone, I believe. The poppy's gone. I think the creative cards are hanging on by a thread. This is the cool thing, if you can tune in, at least you get first. Although we do have quite a bit of stock of some of the items. The creative cards, we had a lot. So let's just set this onto here. Now, I want to create that sort of shine on the back of the heel. Does that make sense? So I've just got my white confetti here. I'm just going to mix a little bit of it up. Now, okay, quite white. Oh, Hilary, the pens will still be available, sweetheart, don't worry. As long as they're not sold out, they'll still be there, darling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a, you're probably thinking now you're ruining it. This will dry back, okay? So I'm just going to add that little highlight there, and I might just add a highlight there. Shall we pop one on the heel a little bit, just a tiny one? In fact, I better do that. Oh, just go for it now. So when this dries back, I'll show you. It'll look like the highlight on the back of a painted shoe. Oh, Tracy, there won't be one hiding away. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Right, so I thought it'd be super cool if we glossy accented the base of the shoe. So what I'm going to do, in fact, I'll leave that till the end. So ahead of time, what I have done is I've heat embossed the bow in black on black card, and I did it 3 times and I cut it all down. Now I'm just going to get some shape to this. And again, we'll add that white highlight as well. Now, if you've added the white highlight like that, it's quite thick. If you've added it like that and you don't like it, just go back over it with some watercolor black. It'll push it right back. Don't stress yourself about, oh, I've now ruined my project. You haven't. We have lots of ways of saving our artwork as well. You know, all the ones that I've had to learn how to do. So we have that one there, and then the next one down is, so I've cut away some of the elements. So we've got this sort of like decoupage. I'm just giving those, just manipulating that card a little bit. Like so. And then the last one again. Right, so we have a lot of people with products sat in the basket. You are taking the risk of people pinching them. So I am going to go to the video again, our showing you our finished samples while I just check what's going on and what stock is still left for you. Is that okay? There we go. Check out the video. So yeah, so there are a few things that have sold out. However, what I would say to you is after the show, sometimes people change their mind. They sit in people's baskets and they never confirm. So I would say if you are after something, keep going back and checking, because sometimes they do bounce back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this sort of big bow on the back of this shoe. So first of all, I'm going to pop, I'll just get my scissors. One in the center here, and I need to make that a little bit smaller. So this is the biggest one, so we go large to small. Well, you don't have to do large to small, but if you are like creating a bit of a decoupage, I can't get the back off this one, then I always go large to small, but it is personal preference. And then the next one's going to sit on top. Like so. So you can see we're getting that dimension in that lovely bow there. And then this one, probably get away with using this one, I think. Now, if you can't quite get the dimension in the cardstock, i.e. these are going flat, pop a pad underneath here and just elevate it a little bit, okay? And then we'll pop the little one on top. So I've got 3 going on here, but absolutely you could do as many as you want to. So I've got that lovely. I am going to pop some pads under this one though, push it down a little bit. And one under this one. In fact, I'm going to pop a pad under each one because I don't want it to go flat. That beautiful three-dimensional bow. It looks really, really cool. So let's put the card together first, and then I'll just show you a trick. Oh, I'm getting cramp. Oh, what we like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, this white that I've put on the back of here, it's too bright. I'm going to push it back. I'll show you now. So if you do the same thing at home, I'm just going to take a bit of this black now. You can use watercolours, use whatever you've got in your stash, okay? I'm going to mix some of this up, and I'm just going to paint over it. Let it dry first. Move a little bit wet, so just be careful if it's a little bit wet like that. Sort that out. So with my dry brush, I'm just taking away some of that water because it isn't quite dry. So I've sort of like pushed it around a little bit, which is fine. See if I can get my tissue to just lift it a little bit, maybe. I might have to just paint over the whole thing black again and start again. What do we think? Mind you, that's pushing it back. No. 1 second, I'm just going to paint over it again and start again. I had my mistake there. Pretty sharpish. I'm going to leave the highlight on the heel because that looks cool, doesn't it? So just paint over it if you make a hash of it like I just did there. It's not the end of the world. It is only a piece of card. So let's just dry this off. And then I think that it dries so fast, that pigment, you know, dries so fast, it's incredible. You know, let's build the card first because I don't want to make a hash of the shiny part. So let's put this card together. So I've got a black top folding note card. Then I have a piece of gold mirror to try and tie in with the shoe itself. So it brings it all together. Just grab my pokey tool here. So if you have got this shoe and you've got pens and paints at home, well, you can go straight to your desk now and have a play, can't you? Super cool. And we'll pop our shoe on. Now this has got a bit of a cockle in it. So I might have to pop this under my Eureka for a second, but what I'll do is give it a second to grab in some places first. You can see as soon as you pop it onto the mounted card, this is why I always say see your card out to the very end. It might have looked a little bit of a hash pre-mounting it, but you know, I'm just going to give it a second to grab, then I'm going to pop it under my Eureka. Let's just pop it under the Eureka for now. It has its uses, that Eureka, you know. Basically, they do lose their shine a little bit when you blast them off with your gun. I'm just saying that with the blackout card that I did. I dried that off with my gun and that stayed quite shiny, so I'm not sure maybe the heat preferences on your tool make a difference. I'm not sure. Make sure this is straight. It's getting there. Just going to give it a second. So the IMALA shoe, 1000059, on at £13.99 today, so you save £3. Also, the other items that we have in the show, some of which I can't really talk about, but the creative cards are hanging on by a thread, £34.99 for 3 A4 created cards that make shaped cards, okay, $34.99. Wow, incredible value. And then I don't think we have the poppy in stock. It might bounce back, but if it's there, $18.99 for you with the A4 stamp and the coordinating die. I'm just going to help this along a little bit. I don't think this one's around, but I will mention it anyway, just in case someone is lucky enough for it to get hold of it. $18.99 for that lovely 60 set of watercolours, like a little travel set there for you with the metallics in there as well. And then finally we have the pen set. We've got lots of those, so don't worry about it. They are back in stock. However, they are on an incredible saving today, $99.99, and it works out at $1.66 a pen, I believe, if my maths is correct. You're all grabbing your calculator now, aren't you? I think it's about $1.66 a pen. There we go. So you could absolutely leave that as is, couldn't you? Absolutely, if you wanted to. Don't get glue everywhere like me, though. However, when you pop then the beautiful bow on top, it looks awesome, doesn't it? First of all, we just need to add some splats. Now, gold splats would look awesome. I'm just going to go with the white, and then I'm going to show you another technique. Don't want it on my shoe. I'm just going to show you another technique using the pens direct to cardstock as well. So if you're thinking about the pens, just show you another quick technique too. Probably look nice with some dark splats on this one as well. But I'm not going to splat it to death, not today. Not today. Let's just tidy up a little bit. Busy show today. Absolute busy show today. Have you all been waiting for today? So I have my Glossy Accents now. Okay, so my Glossy Accents, I'm going to do the heel of her shoe, the red part, shiny. It would look cool if we did it all shiny, but I'm just going to go with the red sole. And this does really take overnight to dry, really. So be prepared to have to pop your card to one side if you are using the accents. We've got a lovely shiny base to her shoe there. And then all that's left to do is pop this bow. Let's just grab some pads, pop this bow onto the top of her shoe. Now you could leave it as is. I think it looks really pretty as it is, but seeing as I've gone to all the hard work and effort of heat embossing this bow, I'm going to pop it on. But you know, you do your own thing at home, can't you? I'd break a leg as well, Donna, let me tell you. It's not all it's cut out to be, let me tell you. Let me just pop my finger under there, push that down. And I'm going to totally, see that there? That looks so cool, doesn't it? I mean, my God, you probably would need a box for this one, guys. But my gosh, sentiment across the base here. You've got a beautiful wedding card, if you did it in wedding colours, teenage card, mum card, if your mum still wears those fabulous heels. You know, all sorts of occasions, really. Prom, you know, my gosh. I absolutely love that one. So I'll just step out of the way for you. There we go. And just give it a twist so you can see the dimension on there. Super cool. And that's 3 layers, so it's personal preference what you want to do at home. Just needs a sentiment, doesn't it? So that's that one. I'm just going to set that aside because that red sole is going to take a while to dry. Remember, if you're adding the white highlight, not to go as dark white as I did, because then I tried to rectify it and I made a hash of it and I had to go back over with the black. So make sure you pull that white back a little bit just for that highlight. So the next one I wanted to show you was I've heat embossed the sentiment from that high heel shoe onto here in white. And I just want to show you how cool these pens are, direct to paper as well. Okay, so just grab my water here and my brush. Make sure my brush is clean. So if you want like a smooth background and things like that, you can spray your card, you can put colour on, drag it around and things like that. What happens if you want something quite textured as well? So you can spray with water, pen to paper, whatever. There's so many different things that you can do. I can't encourage you enough just to sit down and spend a couple of hours playing, if nothing else. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pen and I'm going to use the fabulous brush nib here, and I'm just going to add some colour down this heat embossed sentiment. I'm sort of like using a rainbow of colours here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray with a bit of water. I'm just going to let the colour just do its own thing. I'm just going to leave it a second. Like so. Just let it do its magic. That's what the fun of it, isn't it? So then you'll have a lovely, I don't know, absolutely beautiful background. Now, if you leave it naturally, it is better if you can leave it naturally, because you get a truer colour. The heat sort of burns colours when we try and blast it off and push it on fast, which is not a bad thing. I'm just trying to keep it so it's like in a aperture there. And then once it's dry, all you need to do is just brush over the sentiment and the white will come back through. And just keep playing. Now you could do the sort of cello bag technique on top as well if you wanted to. And here's one that I just mounted onto a card before coming to wear, so you could see the finished result here. So you could put some sequins on. I just popped it on some pads today, and then you've got a very simple but really effective card. Maybe pop some splats and some sequins on there and you're literally good to go. So there we go, 2 cards, easy done. If you haven't got the products in show today, don't worry about it. You'll have something in your stash that's going to enable you to create gorgeous cards. Go and have a dig. If you haven't got any watercolour pens though, we have these. We also have on website, they're not in show today, but we also have sets of 12. So maybe if your budget doesn't quite stretch and you're thinking, I do need some watercolour pens, I'm a bit scared to buy them all, considered purchase, will I use them? There's some 12s and there's also some 6s as well. So go and have a look, see if anything there will aid you with your crafting. So that's the end of the show. Once it's gone, unfortunately. However, do keep rechecking the show, because sometimes things stay in people's baskets and then bounce back later. You might get lucky if you did miss out on anything in the show. Whatever you're doing, have a lovely, lovely weekend. It's Bank Holiday Monday. And guess what? Our store is open and we are offering 10% for anybody that visits the store on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. So I will see you all then for live studio Tuesday, 1 o'clock. Take care, everyone. Bye.